Guys, this is an emergency video. I'm making this video in an emergency right now. Oh, actually, wait, no. I've already dealt with the emergency, but I figured I'd make a video about it because some pretty critical stuff went down. So this isn't so much an emergency video, this is a crisis video. Not that crisis, get out of here. So if you guys don't follow me on Instagram or don't look at the community tab or Twitter, or sorry, X, I think I posted it on there as well, but just over a week ago, I lost, well, I didn't necessarily lose it, but I lost almost 9 terabytes worth of videos, pictures, like just editing assets, Twitch VODs, that kind of stuff, like all of this stuff for YouTube, and pretty much the last 5 years, 5 years, probably even 6 years at this point, worth of videos and like YouTube stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna try and make this short, and I wanted to make this video really quick because I just wanted to explain how stressed I was over this past week and a bit. So yes, in case you might have guessed, this is not a planned video. So just for context, over the past few years, I've been archiving my YouTube videos, either at the very end of the year or the very beginning of the year. I take last year's videos and I transfer them over to a 10 terabyte storage drive that I have in an enclosure. And every single time I think that this will be the time it screws up, because I don't really trust hard disk drives anymore. Ever since I've started using SSDs, I don't really trust hard disk drives, especially considering I've had issues with them in the past. And as you can tell, this was no different. And most of the time, it's good. Pretty much every single time, it works. It works perfectly fine, no issues whatsoever. And you guys are gonna hate me for this one. Because it's worked so well in the past, I have gotten into the habit of not copy pasting, but cutting and pasting, because it just works. It just stays connected. There's never been an issue with it. And I'm like, okay, if I'm not doing anything else on my PC, if I just go to the file, have the enclosure powered up, connected, and transferring, and I don't do anything else, I walk away for 5 minutes or whatever, it's done, right? Never had an issue with doing that in the past. And since I've always been so nervous about it, screwing up, I've always been like, okay, I am going to get another 10 terabyte drive, because this enclosure can hold 2. Put that in the enclosure and then copy everything over from this drive to this drive as a backup, basically. And unfortunately, I just never got around to doing that. And then little over a week ago, it finally happened. The enclosure disconnected from my PC for I say a split second, but it disconnected for a good probably few minutes at this point. It was in the middle of transferring 2023's videos over, and it disconnected. Both my screens went completely black. I couldn't use the mouse. I couldn't use the Windows key, the Windows key didn't work. Control Delete didn't work. Nothing worked. And then when it reconnected, sorry, there's an issue transferring. The disk may be corrupted. That is the moment I'm like, oh fuck. That's when I posted on Instagram, hey, I may have just lost 9 terabytes worth of stuff, a majority, which I will say over 1,000 videos. A lot of that is like, obviously YouTube videos, all the way back till 2017 when I first started going by Ausminator, and some videos that I had previously that weren't from the Ausminator era, I guess. So I immediately looked up, okay, is there a recovery program I can get? So I downloaded Distdrill and got it to go to work. And about 14 hours later, it said, here's the stuff that we can't recover, and here's the stuff that was reconstructed. 8.2 terabyte, actually no, 8.3 terabytes. And I'm like, okay, that's most of it, thankfully. Okay, cool. And it was that point that I realized I don't have enough space, because all these SSDs that are in my system are pretty full because of this big video that I wanted to work on, which more on that in a minute, actually. I'll touch on that at the end of the video. So I'm like, oh god damn it. So that was Friday. Saturday morning, I put in an order for a 10 terabyte external hard drive, which, to be perfectly honest, I could have gone to the store and bought one and then come back and start the transfer then, but I had more important things to do later that day. Monday morning it got delivered, and then got on, came onto my system, started the transfer, and I was absolutely devastated with how long it said it was going to take. It said it was going to take 191 hours. Sorry, are you expecting a better quality image? Look, I took this on my phone. I was panicking, all right? But hey, it transferred over, and now I have thousands of files to go through. And seemingly all the previous year's files, all the files that that I recorded from previous years and transferred over from previous years, they all seem to be fine. It's just my 2023 videos seem to be the only ones that really got affected, and even then it's only like about half of them. So that's pretty much been my week. Well, my last 2 weeks basically. So yeah, now I did say that I did want to touch on the big video. The big video. Unfortunately, that video has now been delayed by 2 weeks. It was already fairly delayed. It was already going to be a potentially mid-February release video, I guess. And now I'm behind by an additional 2 weeks because of this. Because I didn't want to use, because while I was transferring everything over, I didn't want to use my PC. I didn't want to interrupt the process at all. So yeah, and the fact that it took all of last week to transfer everything over, and this week's been taken up by obviously me making this video and then work. Unfortunately, that means that requested video is now also delayed, and also this one I'm really upset about. My Power World video, which I haven't even recorded yet, is now delayed as well. So everything's fucked. And I could have just, you know, not made this video and just continued on my merry way with everything else. But I just wanted to clarify this, clarify all this stuff. And yeah, now I'm just gonna put my head down and get this shit done. I think it's fair to say that I will be taking precautions from now on when it comes to videos. But yeah, anyways, that's all I wanted to say today. I'm sorry that this was very unstructured and very all over the place and very frantic. But yeah, I just this week's been nothing but stress-inducing for me. Anywho, that's all from me today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Again, sorry for the rambling, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.